right, on the 3, 2, 1. Well, it's Groundhog Day. Again. And that must mean
we're filming another YouTube video. Yay! This year's tactic for not getting a copyright claim is to have the parts of the movie I need to show you are going to be on this monitor slightly obscured. I think that might be enough. I do have screen recording things that I'm going to show you guys, but the second that I open the screen recording software, the entire video just goes blank and it's just subtitles. So this is this year's creative tactic. I also, of course, have the cosplay of Rita in the diner scene. Look at that. I even tried to make my hair wavy, but the waves have already fallen out because my hair only knows one look. She just really wants to be straight. I don't understand that, but you know. So this year, I started thinking about what the differences between the Woodstock, Illinois celebrations might be from the Punxsutawney, PA celebrations. And I was kind of wondering, is it worth it? Is it worth it to go to Punxsutawney? So I packed my bags. I'm kidding. We don't have that kind of a budget. It's year 3. So I sat back down on my desk to do some research. Fun fact, this was supposed to be a different video concept entirely, but we had to scrap it, start all over, and do everything last minute. Reminds me of my college days. Speaking of reliving days, it's Groundhog Day again, and that must mean we're filming another YouTube video. Didn't we already do this? See? I told you I opened the screen recording software and it just all goes blank. Alright. So first things that I had to look into, where can you stay for Groundhog Day? In the movie, you can stay at the Pennsylvania Hotel, which is the Opera House in Woodstock. Or you can stay in the Cherry Street Inn bed and breakfast. In Woodstock, you can stay in the Cherry Tree Inn bed and breakfast. Just like in the movie. Coincidence with that name, huh? Crazy. Otherwise, if that's not your jam, you can stay in Best Western, Super 8, or Quality Inn and Suites, Woodstock. Beautiful. In Punxsutawney, you can stay, just hotels, vaguely. Probably no vacancies, though. Very helpful. Thank you, Punxsutawney website. Otherwise, you can also take advantage of something called the Crash Pad. And for more information on that, you can visit the Punxsutawney Chamber of Commerce website, or you can also go fuck yourself, and either one of those will be about as helpful, because I went to the Punxsutawney Chamber of Commerce website and I couldn't find it. It is possible that I am an idiot, but in my defense, I think this should be idiot-proof, on account of there will be hicks there. It's me, I'm one of the hicks. 'Cause it's cold out there today. It's cold out there every day. What is this, Miami Beach? Not hardly. They recited that at the Groundhog Day Festival earlier today, and I swear I recorded it, and I cannot find it. I scrubbed through basically everything I recorded, and I can't find it. But I can promise you that they did it. They did that bit. My next question, while trying to figure out this Groundhog Day festivities hypothetical, is can I walk there? In the movie, they live in a walkable daydream, and everybody is walking there. Whoops. Everybody's walking to get there. In Woodstock, you can. I'm gonna have to pull up a map, so let me stop recording the movie and switch on over to the screen recording thing so I can show you a map of where I parked. Son, Parking and walking. So in Woodstock, we were able to walk there. And we parked. We have a nice little map here. I parked. I don't know why I was hesitant to say this, as if I was going to dox myself. My car is not still currently here. But we parked right over here, and we just walked on over, and there we were. You can, in fact, if you're in downtown Chicago, you can get to Fake Gobbler's Knob from downtown Chicago without ever getting in a car. You can get on any of the Union Pacific Northwest line stops. Just hop on there, take it all the way out. You'll get out right about there, and you'll just stroll on over. Punxsutawney, on the other hand, can I just walk to Gobbler's Knob? Yes, but keep in mind the knob is located almost 2 miles uphill from most parking lots downtown. They do have shuttle buses, which is nice. The shuttle buses have no bathroom. The coolest thing about this website, I think, is that they group the information in a way that makes it extremely hard to find everything that I'm looking for. It's really cool. I think that was an interesting, creative direction that they took. Yeah, you can catch buses, can't really walk there. There's no bathrooms on there. You also can't drink on there, which I thought was interesting. They're not party buses. Can you Uber there? Kind of. They don't have the same special privileges that the not party buses have, the shuttle buses. Speaking of drinking on the bus, speaking of drinking, one of my big questions was, dog, can I drink at this? Dude, dog, my groundhog, can I drink at this? When I started looking into this, one of the first things that I noticed, and when I say one of the first things that I noticed, I am not kidding you. One of the first things that I noticed, one was that the festivities in Real Gobbler's Knob start at 3 o'clock in the morning, and right after that noticed is alcoholic beverages permitted or sold at the Knob? Alcohol is not permitted, nor is it sold 3 o'clock in the morning until 7:20 in the morning. Zero alcohol. I know this might sound crazy for me to be like, well, you're not drinking between 3 a.m. and 7:20 a.m. If it starts at night, I should be able to drink. Also, if it's outside, if it's a festival, what kind of a festival? A dry festival? Really? Alright, first goal was to see how early I can get a drink. Pretty early. So in Woodstock, as you can see, the schedule here, on the 2nd, oh shit. So, turns out the events are disappearing as they're happening, so you can't see it. That's so sick. So we'll look at them here. There is Groundhog Day prognostication, then Drink to World Peace is one of the first events. So we got a drink before the prognostication. That was my 6:30 Bloody Mary. They had started serving alcohol at 6 a.m. I looked it up. In the county, we stopped serving alcohol between... If you're a late bar, you can serve it until 4 a.m., and then we can't sell it until 6 a.m. So they started selling alcohol at 6 a.m. One of the first events right after the prognostication is Drink to World Peace, which is, Rita says, I always drink to World Peace, and it's sweet vermouth on the rocks with a twist. So you get a little shooter of the sweet vermouth with a little twist in it. And everybody cheers, and I would have gotten a video of that, except instead of waiting for the, like, official one, we just sort of did it with some townies that we were vibing with, and I feel like that was even more in the spirit. It was pretty chill. Yeah, so Drink to World Peace. Cocktails with Willie is later in the evening, and then we also have a pub crawl tomorrow, which if this is going up today, then see you tomorrow, but in Punxsutawney, they do have a wine and hops walk. Here's their map, not nearly as nice as the map of ours that I showed you earlier, but they do have a little bit of a pub crawl 5 to 8 the night before. But yeah, that's kind of, they've got some other like live music and stuff going on, but as for during the actual event, there is no alcohol. In Woodstock, like I said, I was there earlier today. We were able to get a drink, had that, then went to the prognostication, then we were shopping around, and I saw people with their Bloody Marys to go, just walking around the park, which, like I said, I was looking up liquor laws, and we can drink in the park if the city happens to say that it's okay. Which I figured would be the case for this type of event here in the Great Midwest, that if there's a gathering of people, we'd be like, yeah, you can drink, for sure. And like I said, the shooters were in little, plastic pre-made things, and then you get a collector's shot glass with it, but they had a whole bunch of them pre-made because they knew a whole bunch of people were gonna want shots. And it was sick. And I know what you're thinking. Is there merch? Is there merch for the movie? Probably, but it didn't seem as funny to me, so I did not look into it. Is there merch in the movie? There is definitely like a bumper sticker poster thing in the Tip Top Cafe behind one of them. And then one of the Hicks, who I forgot the two Hicks from the bowling alley, I forgot their names, fake fan, roast me in the comments. But one of them is wearing a Groundhog shirt. Speaking of Groundhog shirts, tiny Groundhog, big Groundhog. When my niece was even littler than she is now, she called the Groundhog Gogog. So this is Gogog. Bought it at Groundhog Day. Can you buy souvenirs in Punxsutawney? I cannot stress to you how long it took me to find this. Their website drives me insane. Yes, there is a visitor center and souvenir shop, so don't you worry, you can go shopping at both of them. I'm going to assume that this is down that 2-mile walk, uphill both ways is my understanding. That's how far away you have to go shopping. In Woodstock, it's all on the square, and the shops, all of this that I bought was in shops that were on the square. So, once again, walkability, we stay winning. Also, sittability, we have benches. Never going to be able to find it on this gosh darn website, but they just straight up say there are no benches. Are there benches and oh yeah, there are no benches or chairs. Visitors stand to take part in the fun. So.
You're missing all the fun. These people are great. Some of them have been partying all night long. They sing songs till they get too cold, and then they go sit by the fire and they get warm, and then they come back and they sing some more.
Yeah.
They're Hicks, Rita. So, of course, I was wondering, will you be able to sing songs until you get too cold and then go sit by the fire and warm up and come back and sing some more? In Woodstock, yes, you can. There are little fires, not a whole lot. In fact, I am partially lying because the fires for a little bit are inaccessible because they're in a business, like in a bar's patio. They're used to make like they set a beer on fire. I don't know how to explain it, but you can go over to there. Whereas in Punxsutawney, let me open up the screen recording software and show you. So in Punxsutawney, can you sing until you get too cold and warm up by the fire and come back and sing some more? Keep in mind this is an outdoor event and there are no designated indoor warming areas for the general public. A bonfire is located near the knob. There is something called the Hospitality Village. Oh wow, bonfire, porta potties, all sorts of fantastic stuff. Oh, what is that? Sold out? You have to get tickets to the Hospitality Village. I don't know if that's very hospitable. Just saying. Just saying. Alright, I totally forgot to say this. I'm not going to be able to play the video because YouTube, I highly doubt it's going to let me play it and record it. But there is an official beer of Groundhog Day in Punxsutawney. It's Sam Adams, I believe it's called Cold Snap. So they do have something up on us. They've got a cool sponsor. Although, I mean, I feel like if Woodstock people reach out to Sam Adams and we're like, hey, can we put Cold Snap in our bars? I'm sure we could get it. And I know the question on everybody's lips, their chapped lips. Are there dudes in top hats? In Punxsutawney, Inner Circle. Yes, there are dudes in top hats. They also have nicknames. Moonshine seems the coolest. Fair Weatherman. Rainmaker, Thunder Conductor, Ozone, Daybreaker, Storm Builder, Overcast, Head Huntsman, which... Are they returning to hunting the groundhog? In Woodstock, here's some 2021 pictures. As you can see, we do have people in top hats. I looked over it, the website and everything. I couldn't find like an Inner Circle, here's all the people and their nicknames type situation. So we don't have the Inner Circle. If you want something that is super like in line with the movie's whole like bits of tradition, or if you don't care about the movie, which I forgot is a stance that you can have, if you just want to be there with upholding traditions and the Inner Circle and everything, Punxsutawney is going to be your bet. I will give that to them. Their dance seems very nice. The Inner Circle is there. You can get to meet the Inner Circle. You can become a Groundhog Club member. All of this seems really cool. All we really have is like the mayor was there, and we had a famous weatherman that was there, but we don't have like an Inner Circle and everything. Who are these people? I don't know. They could have just given top hats to random people. So point to Punxsutawney. In regards to if you do enjoy the movie, which is a question that I get a lot. Do I enjoy the movie? Is this one of my favorite movies? No, but this is one of my favorite bits. If you do like the movie, there was almost no mention of it on the Punxsutawney website. I would love to show you proof, but how am I going to prove a negative? You can go look at it. I don't see anything. But on ours, not only is it the basically entire website is... did you know the movie was filmed here? Also, you can catch the movie. They show Groundhog Day in the theater that appears in Groundhog Day. You can go watch it, Groundhog Day in that theater. And then you can be sitting in the theater and see the theater that you're in and be like, oh my god, the Alpine Theater. So you can see that on February 1st, they are showing it. Again, on February 2nd, you can go see it at noon after the Groundhog Day breakfast. And if you miss that, if you have to go home and take a nap and come back out, you can see the movie at 7. And then if you want to see it again, or maybe you missed it, you can also watch it on the 3rd. And if you're really feeling homesick for Groundhog Day, you can, in fact, watch it on the 4th as well. So, if you like the movie, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points to Woodstock so far. But also there's a walking tour, which I think I can probably do by memory. You can walk around here, Gobbler's Knob, bandstand, bar scenes, the puddle is marked. There's like a little footprint on the floor. Tip Top Cafe, that's a Mexican restaurant now. It's pretty good. It was not open while we were there, which is crazy because you're the Tip Top Cafe. Get that money. You should be open. Alpine Theater, mural in Groundhog. The mural is huge. Gas station? Oh, fake fan. I didn't know the gas station was a stop. Bowling alley. I want to go drinking there so bad. I love drinking in bowling alley. Dive bars. The Dance, Old Man's Alley, Ned's Corner. You cannot stand on that corner without hearing somebody go, Bill Connors. Don't say you don't remember me, because I sure as heck fire remember you. Piano Teacher's House and Cherry Tree Inn. So that's 15 stops, so that's another 15 points for Woodstock. If you like the movie. If you don't like the movie, all of those points that I just added are completely redacted, but there you have it. So, in conclusion, pretty obviously, if you like the tradition, go to Punxsutawney. If you like the movie, like, at all, then you should go to Woodstock. I think I do actually want to go to the Punxsutawney one at some point. Partially, I'm curious to see if there is some sort of a drinking culture there that's just sort of secret and not on the websites. I strongly suspect people probably, like, go out to bars until they close, and then, like, maybe, you know, go to IHOP or something, or drink, you know, wherever, and then go to the whole event that starts at 3 a.m. Strongly suspect that might be the case. So I'm sort of curious about that. I think it would be kind of funny to go and, like, meet the inner circle and all that type stuff. I think that would be kind of cool. Do want to go shopping and get some of that merch. But I do really love the Woodstock one. I think it is more like the movie in towny vibes. It's very small, walkable. Punxsutawney's gotten pretty crowded. I've seen some clips. It's like packed. Yeah. And also, most importantly, the most important part of my decision to keep going to the Woodstock one is, of course, that it's funny. I think it's funnier. So I'm going to keep going to the Woodstock one as long as it is funny to me. That is the only reason I do any of this, is because it's funny to me. So, yeah, I think Punxsutawney might actually be a thing that I do. That'll probably be year, like, 6 or 7. I've got a few ideas lined up. God willing, they'll actually work. Next year should be pretty cool. I've already spent money on it, so hopefully. Yeah, so I am going to get going because I have a bowling alley dive bar to drink at and a movie to watch for the Lord knows how manyth time. Alrighty, you guys have a good night. Be good. I love you. Happy Groundhog Day.